Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to help you move past the things that the narcissist claim that you are, the nasty things that the narcissist says to you. Now, I made a video that talked about verbal abuse, and if you haven't watched that video, I will link it to this one at the end for additional reinforcement. So in this video, though, I'm going to talk about another angle. In that video, I did talk about, people not being able to give what they don't have. So if this narcissist is nasty and angry and miserable on the inside, this is what they're going to spill into their world, into the people that's in their circle and in their nucleus, of course. And I always tell you guys to consider the source with people as well, as far as look who's saying this. But in this video, I want to point out another aspect, and that's understanding opinions versus advice per se. Because what the narcissist is spilling into you and, telling you you're this and that, these are opinions. And anyone and everyone has opinions. But what we need to understand about opinions is they aren't always rooted in facts. As a matter of fact, they typically aren't rooted in facts. An opinion is just what somebody is thinking in their mind, and that certainly doesn't make it a fact. A lot of times we get so bent out of shape about what people say to us, what the narcissist said, and what they're claiming, and what they're trying to speak over your life, and what they're saying on the way out the door when they're upset. And this is something else that I mentioned in the first video. When the narcissist is running off of emotions, which is all the time, and they are on a heightened state of being frustrated, angry, or upset, or disappointed with you failing them as a supply. Yes, this is causing a narcissistic injury. So yeah, they're going to go into a narcissistic rage, which would then, of course, lead to them having a potty mouth, lead to them, going to the lowest levels of being disrespectful to you. They're angry, they're mad. So yeah, they're running off of those emotions, and that's going to lead to them putting their foot in their mouths, because when they come off of that emotion, it's all this damage control that they eventually end up trying to do if they want to try to get that supply back after they have, basically vomited on you. But we need to understand, of course, the advice versus opinions with things in life. And this is going to help you get over this narcissist, along with everything that I've already touched on in that first video. Opinions are not rooted in facts. And this is what I say to people when they're telling me about negative thoughts that cross their minds. Just because something crosses your mind doesn't make it a fact. A thought really is a thought. What you do with that thought is what gives it the power or takes power from it, But it's just a thought. Even if it's a thought in your mind, a thought that crosses your mind, you can receive it, you can rebuke it. It's really up to us, the power, the authority that we give words, or someone else's words, or someone else's suggestions over our life. So, when the narcissist is telling you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, consider if this is an opinion or an advice. There's always going to be an opinion when it comes from a narcissist. So I'm going to just tell you that right off the rip. There's always going to be an opinion. And it's going to be what? Wrapped up in their perceptions. And their perceptions are wrapped up in their emotions. So if you're seeking wise counsel, or if you want to take anybody's words seriously, it certainly wouldn't be theirs. They're not qualified. They are not qualified, guys. This person is not even able to really self-reflect, let alone reflect on other people when they're dealing with people primarily from the surface to begin with. They have a shallow way of living their lives, you know? So when they're trying to put you down for you should be further in life, or you fell on your face when you tried to do this, or this is why that happened to you, because when you meet them, you tell them vulnerable things about your life. And when they're in that fit of anger and rage, they will throw that in your face. And not only will they throw that in your face, they will twist it up and they'll remix it, what I'll call a remix. They'll say things that you didn't say and twist it and spin it in a way that you never spun it to them originally, and just, to make it sound worse, to make it sound negative, to make you the problem and an issue. Like, this is what they do. But these are still opinions. But I remember a narcissist doing that to me. And he blurted out, he was like, "Oh, that's why your ex-husband didn't want you." And I started laughing. I said, "I divorced my ex-husband." That's how little he was paying attention, but he thought that was going to be a sensitive chord in my mind. But I'm like, oh, no, actually, he didn't want the divorce. I divorced him. So, if you're going to try to hurt me with the truth, because I'm going to laugh at that, But he tried that. He thought I had abandonment issues, and that would strike a chord in me. I'm like, no, honey, I walked away from that situation, 4 kids and all. Get your facts right. He was real quiet. But, a lot of you aren't stemming from that logic. You jump into your emotions as well. So when the narcissist says something like that, and if you were me in that situation, you would have got hurt by it. And it's not even the truth. You guys are walking around upset about things that aren't even the truth, just because it wasn't pleasant, just because they said something that wasn't nice to you. We have to evolve and grow out of that in life, because someone's always going to have something to say. Someone, especially when they're mad at you. Okay? So we got to get thicker skin, and we have to start, shifting our perceptions so that we're not falling prey, because then, our emotions will be easily jolted and pushed here and there, even by a stranger at that point. And some of you say, well, I only feel like this when it's someone I cared about. Strangers wouldn't be able to move me in that way. Okay, well, let's go to the next level beyond that then, where you have that ultimate control all the way around, even if it is someone that you cared about. And someone you're like, well, we're human and da-da-da-da, and I understand that. But like I said, people get the power that we give them, okay? People have the power that we give them. So, I hope that, advice, I wanted to address that aspect, because I said understanding, of course, opinion versus advice. Advice, you can get that from someone who has been there and done that. Someone who is well versed, someone who has wisdom in that area. That's who you can get advice from. Or you could attempt to get advice from anyway. At least, it's more logical at that point. They're not just spitting out opinions when they haven't even been there and done that. Like the narcissist. You could be levels beyond them professionally and success-wise and money-wise, and, they sitting there with their opinions. Okay, well, when you get to where I'm at, then you let me know something, So, this is the difference between advice and opinions. And be mindful about who you're getting advice from, because you may just be ending up getting opinions from a source or a person that hasn't been there and done it and doesn't really understand. That's why, I got caught up in a situation when a narcissist taking advice from someone I shouldn't have at the time. Okay? This is why, wise people do seek counsel, but you gotta get that from a wise person, or someone who know that they know what they're talking about there. Okay. So I hope this video resonates with someone who's, feeling down and out, because sometimes the things that echo in our mind are the things that the narcissist said. And it's happened to me in my healing process a long, long time ago, where I would just hear that nasty thought that they said that bothered me. Like, wow, that was really below the belt. Like, wow, that was a really nasty thing to say to another person. It's a really nasty thing for this person to say to me, considering the quote unquote intimacy and the closeness that I thought I was experiencing in that relationship, which, obviously was one-sided. But, still. But we have to, always keep in mind that just because we made that attachment, they didn't attach to us in that way. They attached to the supply, that they could get from us. But they weren't emotionally, even though they're emotionally driven, they're not emotionally attached to you as a person. That's why it's so interchangeable. Okay. But I don't want to digress in this video. I just really want to, throw that out there, that you guys are really keeping in mind when people are saying things to you, and then, of course, connecting it to narcissistic abuse. Was it advice or was it an opinion? And basically, when we're dealing with these narcissists, it's going to be opinion, because once we're understanding how they operate off of their emotions, okay? And they're not, people know all types of narcissists that have done all types of things as far as spilling out their opinions, So, and we know they like to fake it and never really make it. But, that's why I wouldn't really say fake it until they make it. But they have no problem with faking it. That just fits into their repertoire with the false self, and, they're going to be faking it. So we can't give it the kind of weight that we've been giving it. If anything, it would be the kind of weight of a burden, the kind of weight of negativity that we don't need to be pulling around, carrying around in our lives. You want to stay light on your feet. You have enough to deal with in this society that we are in. All right. So again, I hope that this video resonates with someone. If it does, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you're hitting the bells, guys, so that you're notified when I upload the videos. Of course, feel free to share any and all of my videos. We do need to spread the awareness. And I do have the Facebook support group, guys. And that's Lakia, Reflection and Progression, Crawford. A lot of you sometimes are requesting my personal Facebook, which isn't a problem. I mean, I'm almost maxed out on that one. But if you really want to get to the one that is specifically connected to my YouTube channel and for survivors of narcissistic abuse, that will be Lakia, Reflection and Progression, which is the name of this channel, Crawford. Okay, just inbox me and let me know that you're a survivor, because I have hundreds of requests, but I know that a lot of them are randoms. Okay. And with that being said, guys, I do offer coaching. I do this over the phone. I do Skype. I do FaceTime over WhatsApp, and I do email coaching. If you're interested in that, go to LakiaCrawford.com and click the coaching tab, and you will see all my services and the prices there. If you want to proceed, all you would do is PayPal me or Cash App the fee, and then just simply email CoachLakia@gmail.com. I get instant notifications on these things, and we'll go ahead and set up the time for your appointment and, go from there. With that being said, guys, I do have books on Barnes & Nobles and Amazon.com that help you through your healing process. get over toxic relationships, help you with your shadow work. And for those of you who have experienced sexual abuse, I have Silent Tears, a book written from survivor to survivor to help you heal through that as well. I do recommend that you read my books in order as far as healing from narcissistic abuse and doing that shadow work. And that would be the X Factor Volume 1, the X Factor Volume 2, and the Beauty of the Eye. Okay. Excerpts of those books are on LakiaCrawford.com. They're also on Barnes & Nobles and Amazon.com. All of them are available in ebook format, and they're also hard copies as well. And with that being said, guys, of course, always continue to do the work, continue to, stand in your strength and command what you deserve in this life, guys. You can certainly attain anything that you put your mind to if you're willing to be diligent and, do the work, guys. Things are going to get better, and, take care. Enjoy your weekend, guys.